Today I'm very excited to walk you through the discovery, insights, and solutions that Celonis can provide to act as a launching pad for the fraud claims in the financial services industry. Let's start with the role of our VP of Fraud Strategy and Analysis, Jane. Here Celonis tracks the company's performance across the fraud strategy department, giving Jane a real-time overview of how fraud operations are performing in the areas she cares about most. Jane's three core objectives or initiatives are decreasing cycle time, fraud loss, and increasing efficiency. For each area, Jane has a few KPIs that she can track in order to keep a pulse check on the health of the organization. Taking a look at the dashboard, we can see an area for improvement in cycle time. Cycle time, in Jane's case, refers to the amount of time from when a claim is created to when it is closed. Knowing the impact, Jane directs her senior fraud analyst, Jared, to take a closer look. Our analyst, Jared, investigates the fraud claim process to find the root cause of our high cycle time. To analyze the process, Celonis extracts digital footprints in real time from the source systems to render a full digital twin of the fraud claim management process. With this X-ray of our process, we can track claims from when a customer files a claim to the payment or closing of the claim based on our existing transactional and user interaction data. However, this is only the most common process, which only covers a portion of all of our claims. When adding the next most frequent variant, we discover another standard flow. Adding activities and connections, we can start to uncover inefficiencies. In this case, Celonis shows us claim investigation waiting on customer feedback. By switching to a time-based view, we see waiting for feedback are adding significant time and effort to our process. When adding three more variants, Celonis shows us we are waiting on additional feedback from merchants, adding even more time to the process. The time added waiting for feedback not only impacts throughput time but also affects the cost per claim, customer satisfaction, and labor productivity. As we continue to increase our view to include every path a claim takes, we see an ocean of inefficiencies emerge. This is the true complexity of how most global businesses run, caused by a rigid and fragmented IT landscape. But how can we make sense of this complexity? Going through each process variation one by one will surely take us until the end of time. Fortunately for Jared, Celonis identifies execution gaps automatically. Jared saw issues with activities causing additional resolution time, so now jumps into his purpose-built cycle time view. Celonis mirrors the process with KPIs related to resolution, and surfaces the top inefficiencies in cycle time. Remember the feedback delay Jared discovered before? As we see here, Celonis is calling out that these claims missing feedback are having a significant impact on our cycle and handling time. Our handling time is quite high, meaning agents are spending more time on claims due to missing feedback from the customer. Within this analysis, Jared can click into the identified issue and isolate it so that he can dive into the details. Celonis now shows us the frequency and impact of the missing feedback. In this case, 81,911 claims are awaiting customer feedback, and 69,993 claims are awaiting feedback from the merchant, adding up to a total of 151,904 claims. Furthermore, we are able to break down how much time is lost when this activity takes place. Most importantly, Celonis is highlighting key attributes that correlate to waiting on feedback. Most of these challenges stem from a significant increase of handling time concerning specific agents, contributing to not only increased cycle time but FTE costs of the agents as well. To remediate this challenge, there are different courses of action we can take. As an example, we may need to implement logic to make sure both our merchants and customers know they need to provide the missing feedback to have their claim reassessed and eventually closed. However, there will always be customers who simply do not see or forget they need to provide feedback. For those, we can introduce an automation that will help to expedite missing feedback documentation. Within Celonis, power users like Jared or IT and automation teams can set up intelligent triggers that listen for certain cross-system process errors. Let's stick with the example of missing feedback. When a claim missing feedback is detected, Celonis automatically sends the feedback request. If said customer or merchant responds with the required documents to proceed, Celonis automatically notifies an agent and triggers an assignment workflow. However, if the required documents are not submitted after 7 days, Celonis first checks the inbox of the assigned agent in case they did not upload the documents. If the documents are found but not uploaded, Celonis will notify the employee to upload the document and continue the workflow. If we do not receive the feedback in a 7-day period, Celonis will continue to monitor and send a weekly email reminder. Given that Celonis has a digital twin of the process, data parameters can easily be passed to other solutions, allowing us to remove inefficiencies and take advantage of our preferred workflow or automation technologies. In just a few clicks, Jane has managed to tackle her largest contributor to cycle time by recognizing on a macro level, then assigning Jared to look at the data to develop a solution to not only fix the problem but to prevent it from happening again. Celonis also identifies the individual agents that are most commonly to have missing feedback, taking longer resolution time.